Will NXT ever take over again? One of the most amazing things we all remember from the late 2010s into the early 2020s was the NXT TakeOver event. Whether it was cool takeover names like Our Evolution, Rival, Unstoppable, to the names of the cities they were performing in, like Brooklyn, Chicago, New Orleans, and more. And the brand really lived up to its takeover name by putting on epic and memorable performances event by event. Though a question we all wonder is whether or not NXT will ever take over again. The TakeOver PPV series lasted from 2014 to 2021, a long stretch in its existence, each year typically holding 4 to 5 takeover events. The weekly NXT shows themselves were always fun to watch, but the takeover events seemed to have a different feel to them. Matches were amazing, rivalries felt extremely personal even to the fans attending, and more than half the time we leave the arenas feeling like we just went through 5 different roller coaster rides at once. Like the adrenaline and endurance of the talent rose by 200%. The one thing that always shocked me about NXT is it went from a poorly created competition show to WWE's development territory that replaced FCW to rivaling the main roster in quality pay-per-views. True story, many fans worldwide sometimes even look forward to the NXT TakeOver events more than WrestleMania itself, most notably with New Orleans in 2018 and New York in 2019. However, a massive change took place in late 2021, where NXT got rid of the black and gold colors and were replaced with Nickelodeon-style colors and the relabel of the name NXT 2.0. The change received high criticism from fans due to the environmental design, the slightly toned-down performances from some of the newly recruited talent, and of course the ending of the TakeOver series. Pay-per-views remained, albeit without the TakeOver name, because Vince McMahon was no longer interested in anything aside from the main roster being the ones to take over our hearts. 2.0 lasted until September of 2022, when NXT became a slightly modified hybrid of 2.0 and black and gold. But even though NXT has seemed to have gotten better with building up new stars for the future, as well as put on quality pay-per-view events, the one thing that still feels missing is NXT taking over the world. And I truthfully believe that the talent we have now on NXT are more than up for the task of being part of an NXT TakeOver event. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever reach the level of the 2016 to 2020 NXT TakeOver events, but we also didn't know what we were in for when the name first became a thing in 2014. And if given the chance to return and calculating the strategies enough, I think we can still recreate the magic of the show that was NXT TakeOver. Do you agree with this? Should NXT be given the chance to revive the TakeOver series? And do you believe the talent on the brand are up for the task of delivering in a TakeOver environment? Don't forget to subscribe for more content, click the join button to become a channel member, and give me your input on what other types of content you'd like to see.